flagship policy of Barack Obama's presidency, the reform of healthcare, is under scrutiny from the U.S. Supreme Court today. 26 U.S. states have taken a case to the country's highest court, claiming that the law is unconstitutional, as it will force some Americans to buy health insurance or face a penalty. The issue has divided America, and if the court overturns the policy known as Obamacare, it will be a massive setback to the president in an electoral year. Our Washington correspondent Matt Frei has this.
The august marble slab that is America's highest court. Usually this temple of justice is left unbothered by the masses, but not today and not with this case.
Debt slaves, wake up!
Closeted inside the 9 justices, 4 liberals, 4 conservatives, 1 in the middle. They'll have to decide whether Obama's healthcare law is an unconstitutional intrusion of government or an essential protection for the health of all individuals.
Oh, hey, Obamacare's here to stay. Hey,
ho, ho, Obamacare's got to go. Hey.
On the pavement outside the vocal court of public opinion on an issue that has divided America.
If Congress can compel people to buy insurance, then what can't they do?
This is about a philosophical argument about where the boundaries of government should be.
America is a philosophical argument. It's based on the philosophy of freedom. The Constitution forbids the government from interfering in the private decisions of individual Americans, and this is one of them. This is an important one.
Law! Protect our care, protect the law!
And you're from Europe, you should know the rest of the world is starting to open their eyes, and they're seeing that all the socialized programs aren't working.
We're pretty happy with our health service in Europe, I have to say.
Well, I'm glad you
We think you guys are getting a raw deal. You're paying too much for what you're getting.
Well, I know a lot of people from Canada and different countries come here to get the best care.
True, but only if you can afford it. In America, 700,000 people are forced into bankruptcy every year because of medical treatment they can't afford or the insurance companies won't cover. So, on the other side of the debate, it is practical, not philosophical arguments that dominate. Listen to this cancer survivor.
Because President Obama signed the Affordable Care Act, I get to keep my house, I won't go bankrupt, my kids are going to get to go to college, and I am going to live.
The Supreme Court really does live up to its name. On key issues, it has ruled how Americans run their lives, or indeed who runs America. After the 2000 election, it was the court which ended the Florida recount and put Bush in the White House. In 1954, the court ended segregation in schools and thus paved the way for racial equality. Now, in the middle of an election year, it'll decide whether President Obama's landmark legislation stays or goes. The stakes couldn't be higher.
Well, Matt Frei's live in Washington now. Matt, Supreme Court hearings are rather intriguing. What actually happened in court today?
Well, it was heated on the pavement outside, as you saw, John. It was pretty heated inside the courtroom as well. The key issue today was what they call the individual mandate. In other words, the provision of the law that forces those Americans who can afford it to buy health insurance so that there's enough money in the pot and everyone gets covered. Justice Roberts, who's the Chief Justice, and crucially Justice Kennedy, the swing vote in the court, said, "We don't like this. It's unconstitutional. If government can force you to buy health insurance, what else can it force you to do? Can it force you to buy a cell phone, join a gym, or even eat broccoli?" In fact, broccoli was mentioned no fewer than 7 times, John, which is not a good sign. Now, finally, if the court decides, on the basis of what we heard today, to rule against the administration, which they will do in June, then this is a huge blow for Barack Obama in an election year, a blow that simply cannot be overestimated.
Matt Frei in Washington. Kathy.